Fellow Yaleys, I pose the question again. What's in a hat? No, not just any hat. That black hat you were just wearing. The one we spent the last 4 days decorating. The one we spent the last 4 years earning. Under that hat, and beneath that robe, sat a radically brighter and wiser individual in the high school senior who awkwardly bounced around and moving from the fall of 2005 through the spring of 2006. Rather than being armed with goofy smiles, lightly colored letterman jackets, and wide imaginations in the world unknown, we're now guarded, shielded by hardened faces, incomprehensible diplomas, and deep skepticisms as we prepare to embark on a journey of magic. We've read hundreds of books, downed dozens of Red Bulls, and typed away several nights until the sun has come up in order to get to this point, this moment, this time, our time. If this official week of classical 9 activities has taught us anything, it's that when we reminisce on the glories of those bright college years, the endless cups of hardly will hardly weigh a drop into our stories, and the countless all-nighters, we're too few to matter. Rather, the memories will kindle first. We that, the provost celebrated how we were one of the last classes to know him and his mustache under the auspices of being salad man. The sounds will be the faint echoes of dining hall conversations whose topics were a range of infinite possibilities. The images will be those of leaky roofs and dingy carpets, weenie bins and off-white walls, and Machine City and broken windows, since we were the very last class of those that know firsthand the beauty of the cross-campus library. It's those memories that found the commonality of our shared experience. And that experience harvested a bond so great because depending on our adversities, trumped our tensions, and instilled the identity from which none of us can ever stray. The identity of Yale. Of course, that's not to say that we'll all agree. That's not to say we'll never be pitted against each other. In fact, the likelihood of our backgrounds clashing in important discussions down the line was pretty high. But as we find ourselves challenged by the world that we sometimes like to believe revolves around this neo-Gothic bubble, I only hope that we can recall the lessons many of us have learned here. Stereotypes aside, and to push past all one another, and it served us well. Many of us have been able to shirk the inherent superficiality in broadcasting our successes or never eating alone, and have instead fostered substantive friendships. We've cultivated companionships by truly listening to those who are different, arguing with those who are similar, and granting each person the benefit of the doubt and the time of day. It's that willingness to treat each individual with respect and dignity that I implore you not to let give way to shifting political ends and capitalistic convenience. I hope that the world doesn't allow us to lose our love of learning. We spent 17,472 hours of our lives partaking in one of the most rigorous intellectual experiences available in the world. We've had the privilege of spending 728 days receiving the type of education that many people can't even fathom. We've been fortunate enough to spend 104 weeks developing critical thinking, analytical reasoning, and anecdotal communication skills, but what for? What does it matter if we don't employ those skills once we were held down the Ivy Tower? What is important that a lifetime of judgment is based on only 4 years of expertise? What use is reason if we look at the world and resolve to stop questioning? I hope that the world doesn't destroy our daringness to dream. We all left a legacy of success. Everywhere around us, we're surrounded by greatness. It stems from the hollows of Harkness Tower that stands behind you, resides at the heart and the mind of the Yale who sits beside you. With the shoes that we as Yale should be expected to fill, and not those made with the tainted hands of cynicism, nor those constructed with the tools of personal deception and masochism. Rather, they should be the ones built by those who have virtue for their craft. You should walk in the footsteps of those who have a deep love for their trade. In light of these bleak economic times, we should now, more than ever, seek to ensure that the jobs we take not only exploit our talents, but also ignite our passions. This advice can be summed up by a woman who once so eloquently said, just live your life. Fellow Yaleys, as you sit there in your cap and gowns earlier today, pondering over the worth of that 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that we'll all supersede, trust me, we'll wonder about its worth together. In mere hours, we'll be alumni, and the hassle will adorn our heads will only remind us of the carefree spirit we once had in times past. As we embrace both the travails and the triumphs of the future, I urge you, be humble, be respectful, and never let that happen, but live with your imagination. Hats off, fellow Yaleys.
When the brave dare not go to fight the unbeatable wrong, and to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I lay to my rest, and the world's scars still strong with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable, the unreachable, the unreachable star. Thank you.
We're growing stronger every day now. It feels so right and there's no doubt. Yeah, I will stay with you as each morning brings the sunrise, and as the flowers bloom in springtime. All this love we can realize. Yeah, and I'll stay with you. I will stay with you through the ups and the downs. I will stay with you when no one else is around. When the dark clouds arrive, I will stay by your side, and I know that we'll be alright if I stay with you. Ooh, ooh. Though relationships can get old, they have the tendency to grow cold. We have something like a miracle, yeah, and I'll stay with you. Oh, I will stay with you through the ups and the downs. I will stay with you when no one else is around. When the dark clouds arrive, I will stay by your side, and I know that we'll be alright if I stay with you. And there'll be heartaches and pains, yes there will, but through it all we will remain. Oh, in this life we all know the friends may come and they may go, but through the years I know I will stay. And in the end I know that we'll find something beautiful and divine, and this will last for a lifetime, yeah. And I'll stay with you. Oh, I will stay with you through the ups and the downs. I will sit around. I will stay by your side, and I know that we'll be alright if I stay with you. We will last for all time. I will stay with you.